Welcome to the future.
Who's this clown?
Not clown. Joker.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Nobody tampers with the equipment except Tony Stark.
Good idea.
United, the Avengers are strong.
Hawkeye, hands off.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power?
Not this time, Magneto.
My mutant brain senses danger.
Something unseen is slowly spreading its poison, edging tempers.
Think carefully before you do this.
You filthy criminals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to the 137th issue or episode of Two Fat Guys Pull List. Don't worry, Nate will be here. He's running a little late, but I will carry the show on until he gets here. So we will be running the... Actually, he's right here, but we'll keep it at just let me get him in here. Here he is. Get it all set up. There he is. What? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm already live, but let me. I'll keep it at just Jim until they're all set. Let me check here really quick. Okay, we're good. All right, so let's just talk about some business about the show, and then we'll get going with it because we got a awesome and decent week here. So let's talk about our show's sponsor, that is Collected Comics and Games here in the DFW area. That is where me and Nate get our comic books, our weekly pulls. And yeah, it's a silly good time there. And they've got 2 locations, soon to be 3, one in Fort Worth, one in Keller, and one soon to be in Irving. So if you are in the DFW area anytime, make sure to hit up Collected Comics and Games, where they have some awesome stuff. And you're probably wondering, well, what do they have? Well, they have a website called brainycomics.com. So let me pull that up here really quick so we can go check out brainycomics.com. Oh, come on. Why aren't you working now? This is a professional show, guys. Usually this button works. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it's because it's... What? There we go. Anyway, here's brainycomics.com. Let's see if it... Push it. Yep. Nope. There it is. brainycomics.com is Collecting Comics and Games' website. And over there, you can head over there and get exclusive and variant covers, bundles, bad idea books, new comic books, mystery bags, back issues, graphic novels, games, toys and collectibles, and even trading cards. So head on over to brainycomics.com, do a little bit of shopping. If you're looking to do some little online shopping for some comics, head over to brainycomics.com. And before you check out, as John knows so well, you can type in Two Fat Guys Pull List in that search bar. And when you press enter, this is what's going to pop up. It is a Two Fat Guys Pull List upgrade or premium upgrade. The regular upgrade is $8 and the premium is $15. And you're probably asking, well, what do you get with that upgrade, Jim? And the upgrade is you get an exclusive mystery cover, comic book cover. And you saw those exclusives at the front page. And if you do the premium, you get 2. And so if you notice, when we head over there and go to the exclusive variants, most of these are around $15 already. So you're getting a steal with the regular upgrade. But you get it even better of an exclusive when you do the premium. When you do the premium, you get a better shot at getting, bigger books, obviously, but also great value. Like I said, most of the base value of these books are $15, some of them are $30. So we would love for you to head on over to brainycomics.com, do a little bit of shopping. Make sure to put that Two Fat Guys Pull List upgrade, whether the regular upgrade or the premium, and then go ahead and check out, pay for it. And then when you get your stuff in the mail, please, just like John did, make sure to tag us on what you got. Send a picture to us, let us know what you got, because it's an awesome thing. Like he got a World Tree book. He got some cool stuff. So head on over to brainycomics.com, do a little bit of shopping. Let's do it. All right, that's going to do it for that part of the business. The other business that we have to talk about is our giveaway. So you will see a new interruption in our new Comic Book Day video where we'll be talking about the new sub giveaway, which is at 950 subscribers. And when we hit 950 subscribers, we're giving away this King in Black number 5 spoiler variant Ryan Stegman cover, CBCS 9.8. So please make sure, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like, because We're giving this away at 950, and anyone, I can't remember. I've got that list of who won last week. We are shipping out those slabs and comics for next week, so don't fret. Those are coming, and when we get the confirmation of shipping, we will send those. We will send those out to you. The tracking information for that. So I think that's Grayson, Joe. And who else? Somebody I got it in my email who won last week, but we'll be sending those out next week. So be on the lookout for that. Nate is going to be a little bit longer, but he will be with us. But let's get to chat really quick before we get into this week. There he is. All right, let's bring him back here and go to the other thing. So hit this button. There he is. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, I have you now. You hear you now.
I didn't want you to hear my kid screaming.
No, I get that. All right, let's see what. So last is back. Says last. Where was it? Because he was like came back from rehab. Where is that? Back from rehab. All those terrible X-Men comics gave me ultra cancer. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, shit.
God damn. Oh, I hope you're okay. Fuck. They just canceled Teeny's fourth book. Like, what are we doing? Oh, the Knights of X or Betsy Braddock or whatever. I'm so detached from that whole situation. Yeah. It's been something, but if I'm lucky, my quote will get. Oh, you're talking about the fence you're building? Guys, build a fence. 2,000-foot fence. That's crazy. Whoa. Thank God we got Hickman back for 2 books. Invasion and Gods. Invasion. We'll get to Invasions. Joe, hey guys, what a great week of comics. I'll give it an A+. My pick of the week is Ultra Invasion. Hickman is about to take us for a ride. Lots of bangers this week. Superman, Hulk, Ultimate Invasion were my top 3. What's your pick of the week with that stacked pull list you had this week? Ultimate Invasion's first issue gave me more hope than the X-Men issue since the end of X House of Hickman build. Yep. Superman is my Jeez, Superman is my pick. Again. My pick because the end shocked me. It was close though. Yeah, no, it was pretty good. It was a banger of a week. What up, Stefan? John, Brittany Comics will also ship their comics in a official Two Fat Guys Polish shipping box. That is true. Joe, yeah, Superman. Where's my mouse? There it is. Let's see. Superman ending was wild, reminding me of Sons of Anarchy. I'm definitely ordering from them again. Thank you, John. We appreciate that. Holden, howdy, still walking on Cloud 9 after winning the Big Red. That's right, Holden, you won the other one. Last week's stream, I emailed you my home address. Would you please confirm that you have it? We do have it, and we will be sending out. You will get a confirmation tracking code when we start shipping these out, which will be next week. We just had a really busy week last week. Incredible Hulk killed it on the launch. So hyped for the next issue. Would 100% agree. Patty, who do you guys ship with? I mainly know how to track Canadian post packages and UPS. We do it through US Postal Service, but we will send it to that US address you sent us. We will get that situated. So next week is mail week for us. We will get all that stuff situated and out the door next week. So slabs, Void Rivals comics, they coming. All right. So A+, yeah? A+ for this week?
Oh, I say an A+. I have 3 picks of the week, so
3 picks of the week. Wow.
I refuse to not give 3 books the pick of the week this week. And
wow,
there have been weeks that we've gone by without picks of the week for me, and so here's the makeup for them.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta go with 4.
Damn.
If we're gonna do that, if we're gonna play loose, I gotta go with 4 because there were some really good books this week.
I agree. There's some goodies.
Sorry, I was parched. Pooched. But anyway, yeah, A+ this week. I think everyone and John's saying A++++++.
I will say, because we have 16 books. Any book that's not like above a B should probably
a banger.
Get, like, 2.
No, I agree, and there will be. I totally agree. So let's go ahead and kick the show off. Let's get it going. We have the Avengers issue number 2 from McKay. I am liking the direction of this book. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think McKay and Villa are doing a great job, and even Blee doing a great job of just really being comprehensive in the direction of this book, the feel of this book. I will say, when I first read it, I was like, great, this is awesome, feeling great, you know? Before tonight's show, I was taking a shower, I shaved, I took a shower. In the middle of my shower, a thought came across my brain. I just kind of did like an internal, like, you know, refresh in my brain of what I read. And when I got to Avengers, this odd feeling of, hit me. And I just want to share it with y'all because I just feel like I just got to talk it out. For some reason, and I think it's because I just stuck it out with Jason Aaron, that I have this little lingering feeling of, we might be doing the same thing that Jason Aaron did, which is every issue almost feels so, and not this issue specifically, but I'm worried that we're going to start moving in a direction where every arc is going to feel so outlandish and bombastic that it, like, every arc has to top itself, right? And that was one of our main criticism of Jason Aaron's run, was towards the middle and end, it was just like every fucking thing was over the top and almost exhausting. I'm not saying that that's what happened in this issue, but that feeling crept into me a little bit when I was rethinking about what I read. And I think it's more of me just kind of having some PTSD with Jason Aaron's run and hoping that McKay doesn't make the same mistake, because I think that can kill a vibe of a book very quickly. That's my only, and that's not a criticism of issue 2. It's more of me just really afraid that when we get to the next arc, it's going to feel so big and so, and it's just not going to feel genuine.
Yeah.
So that's my, but for this issue and for this whole Kang bit, and I loved it. I was totally, like, when it ended, I was like, aw, it's over. I'll keep reading.
Yeah, I would still say overall this was a good issue. I'd give this a B+. I think one thing that this book has going for it is I think that the team is a good team. And not only do I think the team is a good team, but as Joe pointed out, I think we've got some really good character moments in both the first and the second issues, where we're seeing the individuality of the team still play a part as the team. Their identities aren't getting lost in the team, but it still feels like a team first with the personalities. I really enjoyed that part. The only thing I didn't like was that when you look at plot, look at where we started and where we ended in the plot, and it was essentially a nothing burger. Like, we went nowhere, right? It was, oh shit, we ended issue 1 with here's dead Kang. What do we do? And we essentially got from there to Kang's in the bed. Is he gonna live? I don't know.
He's dead.
Yes, we stopped a few things, but like, we didn't push the plot forward. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more plot progression. But I think other than that, character wise, definitely art wise, it was a really good book. I understand what you mean about the Jason Aaron stuff, but let McKay cook.
I'll let him cook.
It's gonna be the same way.
No, I'm gonna let him cook. It's something that popped in my brain literally, I don't know, 20 minutes before the show. It just like, I was like, I hope that doesn't happen, because like, and I think it's because we're on such a good start. You know, we've had such a fresh start, and the momentum, even though, like you're saying, this issue was kind of a nothing burger, it just feels good, right? If I had to put any other criticism outside of just that weird notion, I'm ready. I know we're trying, and we have to establish the plot, right? We have to establish the theme and the arc that we're going into. But I am also ready to see the dynamic of the relationships of these characters, and I think more specifically between Vision and Wanda. Like, I really want to see how they're going to interact, right? Because there's such a space between the two characters. At least that's how it feels. I think if there was any like fluid movement of a character progression relationship wise, and it was really with himself, was Black Panther, T'Challa. Like, dude is arrogant as fuck. Like, he's just like, I am the smartest, I am the best, y'all suck, right? Like, he don't give two Fs. Like, he does not care. He's gonna accomplish the mission as quick as possible and as efficient as possible, and he's gonna make sure everybody knows it. Right. So I did like that. I enjoyed that a lot. And I did feel kind of bad for Sam, because Sam was just like, I'm gonna drive your truck. You know, like, everyone's doing like cosmic level superhero shit, and Sam's like, you're tired, let me drive your truck.
You're tired, bro. Let me not even like let me carry the truck over or whatever. Just like, let me carry it for you.
Steven says, is it canon that Sam Wilson drove a truck through my city? I guess it is.
What was it? It was in Ohio. I remember that.
Yeah.
If so, then yes.
Let's see here. Everything is great. Something weird is going on with airplanes right now, though. Airplanes right now?
Airplanes? I don't know that I noticed that.
In the book, or are we talking about in real life? Like, is shit going down outside of this podcast? Are we?
Is this some Putin stuff? Like,
is this the end times? Anyway, it was good. I thought it was
Zanesville. Good. That's what it was.
All right.
I had to look it up. I was curious.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy, issue 3. How we feel?
Nah.
Overall of the issue.
Meh.
Okay.
I felt meh. I actually had a little review that I wrote down because I was like trying to be good and actually do formal things, but
real life. Calvin says real life. So airplanes. Something's going on with airplanes.
Oh shit! I have no idea.
I'm just gonna type in airplanes.
That's really not good.
No, it's not.
I didn't even finish because I was like I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. So average. That's what I gave it, was average. The biggest thing for me that I complained about in here was this book feels like Junior is doing the artwork on the book. Besides the like really there's like some really good splash pages on here.
Yeah.
Those look really nice, but the art is just so damn uninspired. Like, it just is not. It's not appealing to me.
Calvin, where are you at? If you don't mind me asking. No, the artwork is not there. But was this a different artist?
No.
Are you oh man, because it did feel a little different. Just a hair. I don't want to say refined, but it felt.
I think it's just because he had better subject matter. And again, don't get me wrong, panels like this were really great. Like where he took his time with the splash page. I thought it was really great. And it's because most of his characters were characters that had a lot going on around their faces. There was details there. It was almost like he was forced to pay attention to his faces. But then when you get back to panels or like when you look at Groot, not Groot, look at Drax, that's a terrible Drax to me. It's not good.
No.
And so like I don't know. I expect RV Silva on a Guardians book. I expect Pena, Pepe. I expect good stuff on a Guardians book, especially when it was supposed to be, coinciding. Also, to me, this splash page was awful. Why? What's shooting what here?
Oh,
it took me 15 minutes to figure out what's going on here. Did that planet just shoot a ship? Is the ship exploding and then sending a beam to the planet? What's happening? Oh wait, this is a ship over here, right here. This that doesn't look like a ship. That's just a solar flare. It was so confusing. I thought it was a mess.
But that's Star-Lord, right? He's doing the whole Kamehameha thing from his blaster.
That's the other thing. Is like, what did he just murdered all these people? Is that even? You better like doombot me, because the Star-Lord's not going to just kill innocent people like that. So unless we get a pretty clear explanation I don't see myself going past issue 5 on this run.
Ooh, well, you said arc. You said the first arc.
Okay, you're right.
So.
Sorry, I passed the first arc.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you.
Also, this was not a Guardians of the Galaxy book. This was a Star-Lord and Drax book. Literally none of the rest of them were there until the last 2 pages.
Yeah, I just like where Guardians was and has been to where it's now. I'm a little the hook of what's going on with Groot is fading fast. And it's not like we don't need books for our pools, right? Like we've got 2 months where we're essentially not picking up a lot of DC books, right? So like we have to fill it with something, but this feels like it's getting close to being dropped. And I don't know, but I will say I felt like this issue's art was drastically better than issues 1 and 2. I'm not saying that it was good artwork, but it felt like there was, like you were saying, there was more time for definition. There was more. It didn't feel as rushed in a lot of parts. So, but overall, I agree with you. It was a Drax Star-Lord book with a little bit of Groot, and then that was about it. So I don't know, just like I don't know if I'm feeling it. I just don't know if I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, let's jump over to Hellcat issue number 4, and we get a lot of revelation in this book of what's kind of going on and who's pulling the strings. And for me, this is one of my picks of the week. Again, it gave me the oh shit factor. The artwork was fantastic, and the book ended, and I was like, I want more. Why do I have to wait another month for the next issue? And I didn't see the twist coming, right? I didn't know what to expect, who was actually and we still kind of don't know who killed, or at least I would assume we don't, who killed the dude that was building the gate, right? Like it's assumed that it was Damien, but we don't know, right? Like it wasn't explicitly said that he did it. But the motives for the gate were very clear, and that is that he wants his body back, the son of Satan wants his body back, and he has got his true Hellcat demon girlfriend in Hellcat form. So, I don't know. I felt like this really upped the game even more for the character, and showed an aspect to it and a very dark side of the character that I don't think a lot of people know about Hellcat. And to me, this is propelling her into a potential, can we get a Hellcat show? In my opinion. I think it would be a really kick-ass character to bring to Disney Plus or the movies, more specifically to She-Hulk, because the characters are so connected. So, I don't know. For me, I liked it. I thought it was a really good issue. John says Hellcat was a great read. Almost seems redundant to keep typing that every month. Well, no, I think it just kind of speaks volumes to this little run that we're having, and I don't know. I think Cantwell's just really playing well in this sandbox.
Yeah, I agree. I was very surprised by the sort of visceral realness of this issue, and of the like horror aspect kind of fully coming back. I mean, when her friend went and got drunk in the park and then smashed a bottle opener and slit the kid's throat.
Yeah.
Like at first I thought he just like hit him with it, and then I mean, look at this panel.
Yeah, dude's bleeding out.
The kid is like bleeding out profusely. Yeah. I was just like, holy shit! I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, I think this issue, everyone's right. This issue continues to do everything that we've wanted it to do, and it sucks that we only have one more.
I know, man, and I think hopefully at the end of issue 5 we get and I almost feel like we have to, like, I don't think one last issue is going to be able to tie. I mean, I'm sure it could, but I don't want it to tie up all in issue 5. I really hope there's a Hellcat will return kind of thing, because I think Cantwell is doing a really good job expanding this character's mythos, essentially. I think it's been good. But this is one of my first picks of the week for me. So I got 4. So
That's 4.
here's one that I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's-
everybody's talking about. So I'm just
Put-
gonna
yeah.
push that button to
Do
depth.
that.
That's the gas.
This is the guy's pick of the week. Holy shit. I mean, when it got announced, I, immediately was like, bro, you're going to get this, right? And you're like, I guess. And I'm like, it's Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein. How could you not, Holy hell, man. This was so
Are you
damn
gonna be able
good.
to handle this?
I think so. I mean, now granted, there were parts I was like, oh, but
Yeah, when she twisted her head 180, I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I can feel James
yeah. Oh no.
twisting.
I mean, immediately I was like, oh shit. And there were multiple times, like when the monster's coming out of the dude's skin and or even her when her skin deforms and
Ugh, yeah.
yeah, dude, I don't know. No, I'm on it. I like, here's the best thing about this run. Or not this run, but this issue. And it's not the obvious, right? Because the obvious is what it is, and those are the good things. It's almost as if Philip Kennedy Johnson is watching. I'm not saying he's watching Two Fat Guys Pull Us. If he is, thank you for watching. But the one thing that we always kind of bitch about is just consistency, right? And even if it's a bubble, a blurb, or if it's a visual reminder of Ewing's run and even Donny Cates's run.
Yes,
I think
100%.
he didn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. I'm thinking that with some other books that are on this list that we have that don't necessarily mention what's going on in the previous, you know what I mean? And so if it's done well, then I'm going to applaud it. And I think Philip Kennedy Johnson did a really good job of talking. Obviously, I mean, Ewing's run is clearly the precursor, the foundation for this run, right? But he didn't have to talk about Donny Cates's run. He didn't have to talk about how, Bruce locked the Hulk's personality inside the Mindscape and really controlled the Hulk for a good amount of time. But now he's so fucking pissed that he did that he's out now, right?
Right.
That to me is beautiful.
Yeah. Not only the fact that it's mentioned, but it's integral to his storyline is pretty good.
100%. And then I think the cherry on top, the piece of resistance that was actually teased prior to this coming out was the transformation of Bruce into the Hulk. Nick Klein wins the award. He's got it for the year. Holy shit, was that amazing. Just the body deformation. And that's not to say that in Ewing's run that didn't happen. It did, but I just felt like it was way more effective. It felt very effective in this issue from Klein.
Yeah.
And it's like the what's the word? The non-linear path to Hulk, right? He's like his teeth are coming out, it was uneven growth, I guess you could say. Like his arm blows up, it was done perfectly. I don't know, man. This is again, you read it and it ended and you're like, shit, I just started reading this, but there were plenty of words.
Yeah.
So.
Stefan, yeah, I certainly did get Something is Killing the Children vibes from this book. Especially, I mean, not only just with the monster shit, but especially when I can't remember the girl's name, but when she turned on her dad and starts absolutely wailing and beating the shit out of him.
Right.
I was like, is this a Tinian book? And I just forgot. Like, where's the Tinian name on here? I don't see it. Like, it really felt like that. This was a book he wrote.
Yeah.
Had his name on it a lot. Did you read the little excerpt in the back that Philip wrote?
No, I didn't.
One thing I really like is that he said, hey, listen, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, this is their thing. This is what they've created Hulk as a power fantasy, a rage metaphor, and a superhero adventure, a deep dive in abuse, classic horror movie. It can be all these things you need. He goes, but beneath all that, and with respect to what they're saying and what they've done, Hulk is a monster, and that's what we're gonna do here. And that's a thing about Hulk that I really have never gotten the feeling for. Now, I couldn't care less what Stan Lee and Jack Kirby think Hulk need to be in 2023, but if we're gonna do this shit, if we're gonna do this monster one, I'm definitely on board for it.
Yeah.
As someone who is not traditionally interested in Hulk books, I'm very interested in this one.
Yeah. Joe, well, Ryan Otley was more cartoony style, to be fair. I liked Ryan Otley's style. Don't get me wrong. When Otley was announced with Donny Cates, I was like, fuck yes. You know, like I was super stoked for it. And I don't think Otley was not the reason why that book failed. It was because it lost its writer. It lost the plot. But anyway, this was an incredible book. There are some amazing covers that I wish I had picked up. More specifically, which is the one where it's like Bruce walking, but then like in his body is the Hulk's eye. I think it is.
I don't know.
I'll pull it up here really quick. It's a good look. If I go to the shop this week and if that issue's still there, I'm pretty sure I'm picking it up. Let's see. The Marquez variant. So this one.
Oh.
If this cover still exists at the shop, I am picking it up because I really like this cover. It's just a sick cover. But anyway, love the Hulk. I think it was great. Stefan, I'm already nominating Hulk versus Man-Thing for fight issue of the year whenever they throw down. Ooh.
I completely forgot about that part. I love mentioning the dudes, the little critters under the center of the earth from Fantastic Four and Man-Thing, and then I wasn't sure that third panel was I'm assuming a Ghost Rider-esque thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell just because it was a motorbike on fire, but then there was the hand coming up from the ground, so I wasn't sure what that was supposed to be alluding to. But positioning Hulk within the horror realm of Marvel and including those things, yes, please. Super excited. Super on.
Yeah. No, I doubt issue 2 will have the issue 2 slump. This was a fantastic read, fantastic book overall. That's why it's our pick of the week. This will be quick. Scarlet Witch, Prelude to Contest of Chaos. I
didn't read this one, so go for it.
That's all. You're good. In a nutshell, Wanda destroyed the Darkhold, an arc back, right? And so we've got Agatha, who is trying to would appear to check on her and see how she's doing with this whole idea of the Darkhold being destroyed, and it's within her. And so, in actuality, what Agatha is doing is she is was that not the Ghost Rider? I think it was Ghost Rider. Agatha's trying to build a bigger and better Darkhold, right? And so she's going to do it through these annuals. She's going to do it by having these superheroes fight each other. If I had not read 2 years ago the annuals that it was this Infinity Stone, where are the Infinity Stones within individuals annual arc, maybe I read this. Maybe I actually go through and get all the annuals, but I'm just not excited for it. And it has nothing to do with Steve Orlando. I don't think his writing was good in this. It wasn't boring. It was good. But just, I think the burn that I got from the previous annual event from Marvel, and I applaud it. Trust me. I think the idea of interconnecting these annuals to tell a greater arching story that connects through the Marvel universe is a great idea. But I feel like the way Marvel is executing it currently, the way that was executed, I'm not too sure. If this ever gets put into like a collected format, or if I read it, I'll read it on Marvel Unlimited. But I just don't think I'm in for the buying every annual this year to read about Agatha essentially building a new Darkhold, or the I can't read
Necronomicon.
That, yeah. I just didn't. Has nothing to do with Steve Orlando. It's more of how our Marvel doesn't do anything. It doesn't seem like they do anything with these annual plots after they're done.
Well, and I was totally wrong in our new comic book video. Steve Orlando is not writing this as a linear thing. Each issue has a different writer. So
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm saying that
Okay. I
the
didn't realize
contest of chaos is running through the annuals as this kind of mini Marvel event, and we've done this before with that Infinity Stone thing. We're like, where are the stones now? Do I sound any different? I hit the cord by accident. Do I sound good?
You're not. You seem fine.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure because I went into the red, so I just want to make sure. Anyway, that's just me. Anyone see that new Evil Dead 10 out of 10? That book's scary as fuck. I did not see that. What's your thoughts on Loki and Scarlet Witch getting together rumors? I think it would be interesting. I'm down for it. I mean, I'm a romantic. I want to see characters get together, so I don't give a shit. That's just me though. Why is it that when I see Hickman, I'll go broke, but Steve Orlando, I try to claw my brain on what he has done that's good, like really good. Again, Last, you may disagree with this, but I thought I liked his Marauders run. I thought it was really fun, and it was it kind of moved the needle. It moved the needle on some prospects for other parts within the X universe. I think we'll see later on down the road. So for me, that's me personally. There's something else that he wrote pretty recently that I really liked. I can't remember. He wrote something else. Well, no, it's this. It's a Scarlet Witch run. His Scarlet Witch run is really freaking good. Like, it deserves more attention than it's getting. So, that's for me. That's where I like. I dig his stuff. His Scarlet Witch run currently has been fantastic. So, but that's me. However, I would love to see Storm give Tony Stark a beatdown. It might happen sooner than later. Such a great Evil Dead movie, Patty. Oh, is that the new movie that came out? I can see Loki turning Scarlet Witch evil again. We see a lot of bad guys turning good, but good turning bad needs to happen more. Okay. Yeah, I saw Evil Dead Rise twice in the theaters and bought it on day one. Interesting. Yeah, it ain't for me. I ain't watching that. No, thank you. Not for me. All right, let's talk about it. Ultimate Evasion issue number 1 from Jonathan Hickman. Oh, you got that covered. Nice. No, I didn't. I just got the base one. Oh. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, please do.
Initially, when I started reading this book, I was like, I don't know. And it really was that comment that I made to you before, is there too much nostalgia in this artwork? Like, oh, well, this was the original artist and the original Ultimate Invasion, Ultimate thing. And so I'm totally honest. I was like, I don't know, man. I just don't know, right? Because I haven't read any of the Ultimate stuff. So this is just a outside stupid perspective. This is I have a comic book show, and I don't even read. I haven't even read the backstory, the history or the material prior to this. But when the Maker turned all the henchmen into goo and then remolded them into him, I was like, oh shit, here we go. Here's Hickman. Like, I was immediately like, fuck, I'm in. And then we progressed the story towards the end, and I'm like, oh, he's doing it again. Like, I have sorely missed a story by Hickman that when the words and the flow of the comic runs so fluid, and to the point where I forgot about the artwork. And I'm not saying the artwork's bad. I'm not. I'm just saying initially I was like, is it a little too grabby towards the sense of like nostalgia's sake? Like, well, because it's Ultimates, we have to do the same art style. You know what I mean? Like, because for me, it's kind of off-putting. I don't necessarily enjoy the artwork. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my cup of tea. But by the end of the issue, I didn't give a fuck. I just didn't care.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's where I'm at with this issue. I'm in. I'm hooked. Am I going to do all the reading that you told me to go do? Probably not.
No, I know. I think so. I think that a part of it that anyone that is a new reader to comics and what topics and stuff that we're going on here, everyone needs to like take a big perspective look and just realize that like this is, for better or for worse, in a lot of ways built around a nostalgic bump and built around you knowing what happened before. This is not supposed to be new reader friendly, nor should it be. Not everything I don't think needs to be new reader friendly.
Right.
So just know that it's not going to be. But I would say that it is making the things that I am reading while I'm going through Hickman's Avengers for the first time, it's making it feel that much more worth it to kind of be able to get those perspectives. Like, oh, okay, so this is the shit that went down. Like, that's cool. I like that. I think when I first heard that this was only 4 issues, even with the extended, length issues, I was kind of bummed. And now I'm not. Now I'm thinking that maybe Hickman's going to just do exactly what needs to be done, and there's not going to be a lot of extra fat left on the bone, which I'm okay with.
Wait, say that again.
I was disappointed when there was only 4 issues.
Okay.
When I heard there was only 4 issues of this, now I'm happy after reading this. So there's only 4 issues. I don't think that there's needed to be more.
And there's not going to be any. There's no tie-ins.
No, there's no tie-ins doing that. Now, who knows what's going to happen at the end of this? This could be like Now we've got Ultimate Universe back again, and so we're gonna have 2 entire lines of comics again. I kind of hope not. I think that's a waste of time. Because I'm not gonna buy into an Ultimate line. I can't even keep up with continuity and trying to keep up with back continuity now. I'm not jumping into a whole new continuity. But there's still a lot of people that love that shit and want it to come back. And you get what you get. I hope you are happy with what's delivered.
So let's do spoilers. So what's our assumption of what the maker's doing?
He's trying to bring back his universe.
And so what? There's no Peter Parker in his universe? There's no Spider-Man?
He wants to be more in control of his universe.
Right, so he's picking
in his universe. So
okay.
He knows now who to go after and how to stop it without it ever making him into some kind of big bad villain. Oh, he stopped a young child boy from being bitten by a spider. That doesn't make him a bad guy, Right.
But what I'm saying, okay, it's gonna sound stupid and novice. In his universe, in the Ultimate Universe, Miles is the only Spider-Man, or no?
No. Peter, there was Peter too.
Okay. So
Peter dies.
Right. So, but what he's doing is he's making
stopping
sure
that Peter Parker Spider-Man from ever happening.
Right. So that's okay. So that's the plot. Got it. Cool. Let's get back to here. Y'all need to know about the Ultimate Universe. All the street level heroes are pretty much dead. Only the handful survived, but then a lot of them died previously. But it looks like a reset. What if? I was worried that Hickman was going to phone it in, but nah, he hit a home run. I agree with that. It was cool to see Black Bolt. Haven't seen that dude in a minute. Maker is creating natural events in his own way. I took it as he's stealing a universe and stopping heroes from being born. Right. Yep. Nope. I'm right there with it, and I love it. I'm so down for it. The only thing I'm going to say is that what Hickman wants us to think? And then we get to the issue 3-4, and it's like, oh, that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just, I'm sure I'm overthinking it because why? All right. X-Force issue number 41. It's the story arc itself, I think, is fun. Again, I need to drop this whole continuity thing, right? Because we're in and out of what's currently going on with Krakoa and then what's going on here, right? There's mention of Colossus being a traitor. Kind of backhandedly, right? But essentially we have Beast, who is the true villain. You know, it seems like he's the true villain in this X-Force run. And in the other X books, it's kind of like, Beast is he's just Beast. You know, he's just being, let him cook. You know, let him do his thing, right? But in this book, he's a fucking villain. And I know he is kind of in Wolverine as well. So, you know, I'm reading it just to see where it goes. I love that Kid Omega is back, and he's an old crazy dude. We get a really cool alternate version of Deadpool in this book that I thought was a lot of fun. The standalone X-Force, this is super fun. If you're hoping that there's any connectivity to Krakoa in any way, it feels like an afterthought. Like, oh, we're talking about being a traitor in front of Colossus, but we're not talking about Colossus, we're talking about Beast, even though the look on Colossus' face is, you don't even know because I'm a traitor. Like, that kind of shit. And that to me feels very forced, because it's clear that this book is just kind of off in its own little universe, you know? It maybe, I don't know how Wolverine's going, but it kind of feels like those two books are connected, and that's the only two books that really matter within their own kind of respective lanes. Am I still picking it up? Yes, but it's just, it just feels, this isn't fun. You know what, Last, I'm going to agree with you. The whole Colossus sleeper agent thing kind of being played out. Even his last issue in Immortal wasn't all impactful in my opinion. Plus, if this is supposed to be important, why? And the Wolverine book makes me hate Beast, but after that trailer Marvel released on the Fall of X, then I changed my mind. Mutants need an SOB on their team. All right, okay. It feels X-Forced. Wasn't a hit on the synthesis. That was good. Yeah, it's just for continuity's sake, it just doesn't feel like it's just kind of floating off in its own thing. And I think that's not a commentary on me like, oh, I wish it was Hickman. It just doesn't feel present in what's going on in X-Men right now. So saw what you did there. Yep, 100%. All right, let's jump over to DC, and we're gonna kick it off. Can someone explain Mother Righteous? She is the wife of Mr. Sinister. She's the original wife of Mr. Sinister, and she is, you know, she deals with magic, and she is in the Sinister's code of cards essentially. And she's a player, and she is trying to be the one Sinister that makes it to the end, essentially, and is trying to be above reality. And I know that's a lot to say, but that's what's been going on. I know it doesn't make sense now, but it will here in a bit. Batman Superman World's Finest, issue number 16. I had a good time with this book. That was really fun.
Yeah, this was another what we love to call our silly goose time books. I would say the first third of it was a little bit wordy, for sure, like a lot bit wordy.
Yes.
It took me a minute to kind of like, okay, we're saying a lot of words about a lot of characters that I barely even know who they are. Which usually Wade is good at not doing that, but in this issue I think maybe he strayed away from it a little bit. But then when it got to Pow Pow Punch Punch and letting Dan Mora be the actual star of this book like he is,
right.
Then it became great again. It was just super fun. I freaked out for a second though when we got to the end and it said, you know, what does it say? To be concluded. I was like, oh shit, is this book over? But no, there's already issues.
It's just the arc.
And 20. It's just art.
Let me ask you this. So this will probably be our one DC book that's consistent through the summer, because I would assume there's no night terrors in this book.
Right, exactly.
Thank God. Also, they never actually explained Mother Righteous at all. Like, her powers or limits when she made Mystique kill Destiny was off-putting, like when Iska killed Sunspot randomly on Mars. Dude, I'm not even going to try to explain it. Like, there's so much...
I don't think they want you to know that stuff yet.
Not yet. Overall, I think you're right. I think Wade... But that goes back to our original conversation last week, which was, you know, the way comic book writers write, they write to the artists, right?
Mhm.
And you got to think that Wade is doing such a phenomenal job for Mora to really just go buck wild. You don't think so?
Not at all. I don't give Wade not one tiny inch of credit for any of the art in this book at all.
I have to disagree. I got it. I have to disagree with you, and the only reason why I disagree with you is because of what Rainbow put out on her Twitter about how, and what she did on that on Marvel's podcast, which is essentially when she writes, they're writing to the artist, and they have to be so fluid and
they don't have
descriptive.
To. They can. Well, they don't have to. And I'm telling you right now, getting amazing panels like I don't know, where was the one panel I really liked? Like,
so you don't think
these sequences right here in these types of paneling? I think this is all Dan Mora. I don't think.
But you don't think Wade wrote "Want to see XYZ"? Like, he doesn't describe those scenes to him at all.
I mean, minorly, but you don't get credit for saying show Superman wrapped up by.
Look, I'm not saying give credit, but I think you get inspiration from what you read from the writer.
No, Mark Waid is doing a great job writing this book. Dan Mora is doing a better job drawing this book.
Okay, all right.
It's been like that for 16 straight issues.
Well,
I did not know that anyone would disagree with me on that.
No, I'm not saying disagree. I'm just saying, like, I think they are working great together. And I think however Wade is communicating to Mora, because I don't think the same can be said about Shazam right now.
Are you an insider for the Writers Guild? Is that what it is?
I'm trying, okay?
I've got a man for the Writers Guild.
I've got my sources.
Got it.
What I'm trying to all I'm saying is, like, I don't get that same feeling with Shazam, and it's the same duo. It's the same writer group, and art, you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I just feel like that they're on a different level on this aspect, and I think it's because both of their hearts are more in it.
No, I think Dan Mora knows he's drawing a stupid book in Shazam and just wants to get paid.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jesus
He's
Christ.
like, am I seriously doing this stupid fucking book about a teenager for the past 80 years who's still a goddamn teenager who's like somehow piloting an adult body but playing video games? No. He's like, how you gonna pay me how much? Yep, got it. Who's writing it? Well, the same dude, same old fuck as the other one? Cool. Bring him in here. Do. And he's just laying his ass out, totally owning it, and just here's your pages, man. Here's your pages. What else you got?
Last, I hope Metal Men are in the DCU. It feels like James Gunn's dream team come true. That would be dope. Though I feel like DC, like James Gunn, may not launch with what's currently going on, but we'll see.
You're so overly dramatic.
You were just what are you talking about, Mr. Overdramatic?
What do you mean James Gunn isn't gonna launch? What does that mean?
There's been all right. We'll get to your halftime question, Joe. It's not that we're ignoring it. So apparently, from my sources. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Yes, it is the sources.
So Flash is bombing. Yes, like Flash
is it?
It's bombing. It is bombing. And I don't say that because I want it to. It is. Apparently the visual effects, which I've seen plenty of, are god awful. And when Gunn initially announced announced, his tenure, and he's like, it all starts with Flash, and Flash is going to reset the DCU essentially. It doesn't. The movie literally does not do anything outside of keep everything essentially the same. And so there's talk now that the studio, which again, Warner Brothers is in just shambles right now. They're getting ready to sell off the rights to the Batman and Superman, like superhero catalog of music. Like they're just going to sell it off. You're making those movies again. So what? You're going to spend more money to buy the music that you already owned? Like they are doing some weird shit over there. And I'm not saying that anyone has said this, but my perspective is that I am fearful that Gunn will not actually get to do what he wants to do. I think we're going to see more of the same shit from Warner Brothers meddling and going, we want to see, an executive go, well, I'm really into what if Pokemon decides to be part of, let's throw Pokemon into the DCU because, that's a franchise that's doing really well. And Why not have Superman have a Pikachu on his back? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like that before James Gunn is even going to be able to do something, and this is a totally random conversation, he's not going to get to. That Warner Brothers either will get sold or they'll sell off so much of property within the DC universe that he won't get to do what he actually wants to do. That's my fear. But that's just
that sounds like Twitter twink incel 101 to me.
No, it's not. It's
I
know you're being dead. I know you're being dead serious, but I'm just worried. I'm worried because I want it to work. I want healthy competition because I want to go to the movies and go see a really cool DC movie. And right now,
I'm just content reading good books right now. We got a lot of really good DC books this week.
We do, and this was one of them. Let's see here. Superman has to hit all that. I think DCU has a chance, but Superman has to be awesome. The Batman 2 needs to be good. Man-Thing sounds good. They need to release Ezra completely, 100%. Flash historically tanked big time, and I don't know if Blue Beetle or Aquaman 2 will do much better. Blue Beetle looks amazing, but we'll see. You're right. Aquaman 2, I doubt it. Kiss from a Rose by Seal has to sell for some big ass money. Last, Flash Bomb because Ezra and also their random deviation from the source material. Same thing happening with Secret Invasion. I haven't watched Secret Invasion. Pokemon DC Universe sounds amazing. Batman versus Mewtwo needs to happen now. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I'm sure it'll definitely happen at some point. I'm just worried because I know we know what James Gunn is capable of. We saw a Suicide Squad was fucking amazing. That movie was great.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope he can get to the point where he can actually do it, because that studio has been notorious to just fuck with creators' shit because they want to see, Batman fight a giant teddy bear. It's just stupid. Anyway, let's get to Joe's halftime question. Stanley documentary is out now. It has reopened some. Stan claims the characters he thought of is I can't read of his, and he shouldn't have to share credit with artists over ownership.
Let me reread it.
Yeah, go for it. I know.
No, you're fine. Is not has reopened some back. When were these claims made? So I haven't seen the documentary. Stan claims the characters that he thought of are his, and he shouldn't have to share credit. If you're telling me that the dementia-ridden Stan Lee of 93 years old said this, I don't give two shits. Not gonna put any sort of thought into what some really old man thought process was. Now, if this is footage of him when he was in his, then I would say that Stan Lee is a talented individual that probably has the ego of a very small man. That happens sometimes. That doesn't mean that his talent is worth nothing, but I think that if he truly believes that he's created Spider-Man and nobody else had anything to do with that, then he's an idiot.
Well,
I don't think
with fame and fortune, the ego inflates, right? And you start essentially believing your own lies. And I'm not saying that's, again, I'm right there with you. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, but that is crazy though. I mean, we've heard rumblings of that too, between him and Jack Kirby and all that stuff. So it's not like it wasn't. Stuff like this is always going to happen, right? But he was the face, and with that comes a responsibility, and it's dependent on that individual where they take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's our sense. All right, Nightwing issue 105 from Tom Taylor.
This is another one of my picks of the week.
I'm right there with you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that button right there.
That's the gas. Pick of the week.
This was
It had to be.
yeah, I mean, So here, before you go for it, before you roll into it,
Okay.
let's take our same little commentary we had with Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Is this all Redondo? Or is there some direction from Tom Taylor? Are they dancing together? Are they,
Well, no. Every artist and writer is dancing together. I'm not
Right,
saying that is not there.
But I feel like the same scenario could be said of this one, where Tom Taylor had to write a script specifically for Redondo to achieve this book. Yes or no?
Had to? No. Did he maybe do it to try to help him? Sure, maybe. But I would still say that the obvious goes to Redondo in this.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not saying. All I'm saying is Tom Taylor had to give something outside of just words. Like, I'm sure if we saw, because I've even seen the script that Philip Kennedy Johnson wrote to Nick Klein for the Hulk. Mm-hmm. He posted it, and I remember reading it, and I think he even said, like, I think he said something like, I have never been this involved. Like, this was hard, right? Essentially, like, he was saying, like, God, this better be worth it, essentially, and clearly it was, So I think there should be a clap is definitely needed, because this issue was, like, it had everything. And, right now, Tom Taylor's Nightwing has been moving comic book pillars, right? We've been doing some really cool shit, the continuous issue, and we've had 2 of those, right? And now we've got the first person aspect comic. And, like, does it feel kind of like a given? Like, well, yeah, everyone's playing first person shooters right now, so why wouldn't we do it? But I can guarantee you, when this was pitched in the room, everyone was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, for sure. I don't care how it got there. I'm just glad that it's here.
Yeah, I am too.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a really neat way to, like, keep the book fresh. This is going to read 1,000 times better when you're it's in a big chunk. It'll just be like a nice, really refreshing book to kind of keep it going.
You want me to? I'll take over. But yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think this issue, I think Tom Taylor and Redondo did a really good job of just finding the character's tone and voice, which they've been doing. Like, it's not like this run has been absent of that. It's clear that that's been going on since the beginning. But I don't know. I thought it was really good. It felt fluid. It felt as if we were right there with it. It felt like a movie, and I think we've had that commentary. We've had that commentary before with our comic book reading, with this whole idea of when you're engaged in the material, you feel you get lost. You get lost in a good way, and so when it's over, you're like, damn, it's over. And I think this issue had that, and I think the only fogginess I have is Nightwing currently. Before this issue, we were dealing with the Titans being involved, and we were dealing with Hell, and I felt like that whole arc with what was his name? Was it Flatline? No. Blockbuster. Blockbuster selling the soul of his daughter to stay, in power and strong. I don't know. That arc to me just felt very unnecessary. It felt very fillery. And so getting to this and kind of back to, like, it almost felt like classic Nightwing in Bellhaven. I don't know. It felt good. I think the book kind of got, in my opinion, got put back on track. Whereas when we were dealing with Blockbuster's daughter, I just kind of felt lost, in the sense that, like, I didn't really, whatever. It didn't feel like it was really connected to the story. And I don't know if that's because it dealt with more of supernatural stuff. But, like, I want to get back to, like, Heartless. You know, like what's that dude up to? And just the core of the city and Nightwing, and Nightwing and Babs, you know, with Batgirl. Like I want the slice of life stuff too. And so this issue kind of got us back on track. And then what? We're gonna wait for Nate to get back, but essentially what I'm gonna say is when he gets back is, you know, we're gonna go immediately from this to Night Terror stuff for 2 months, which is kind of frustrating because I am not, you know, I'm going to read the base books, but I am not looking forward to that little issue there, that little mini event that we're having this summer. But all right, let's get to chat here really quick. Who created Noel, Donnie or Stegman? I would agree. I would argue both. If they ever make a movie with Noel, both should be paid handsomely. I agree. It seemed that he wants credit for Marvel's method, which is a team approach, how comics are made, and he also wants to claim some responsibility for the books. See that, and I think that's an inflated ego right there. Writers and artists who create stuff together should be credited together, but I'm not around if any of these rooms to know how much credit these people should get. Is Spider-Boy completely slots? Joe, Nightwing was really good. I think the gimmick carried the book, but it was fun. I think there were some missed opportunities. Okay. Did you notice the office reference? I need to go back and reread it. I didn't, but hey man, I just watched Hardcore Henry and I have an idea. Love it. Oh, okay. When should we start grilling Tom Taylor for watering down a book? It's a fun read, but plot wise, not so much. I don't know. I liked it. Again, the most previous arc I was just not feeling. It wasn't, I don't know. Jack Kirby has historically been grossly credited for his contributions. Also, without Stan, a lot of these artists' work might not have left their basements. Okay. It's like Kool-Aid in the summer. You're so thirsty you don't care if it has too much water in it. When we saw Heartless, I thought, hey, it's Heartless. We won't see him again for another 6 issues. Yeah, like if there was any criticism for Nightwing right now, it is we're not continuing that storyline is just going to be kind of put to the side until we get through this little summer event with Night Terror. So I'm just kind of, I don't know how are y'all feeling about that? How are y'all feeling about Night Terror? Are you going to be like super involved in it? Are you just doing the base books? Are you picking up some of them, or are you picking up all of them? Because there's a lot. There are a ton. And when I was told about it on Free Comic Book Day, our store will only be picking up limited. Like they're picking up all the issues, but they're not ordering heavy because there's just so many. So we'll have to, I go back and forth when I'm working on my FOC if I'm going to go ahead and pick up anything outside of the 4-issue event. I just don't know if I'm going to like I saw the Action Comics Night Terrors, and like Cyborg Superman is heavily involved, it would appear, in those, and I'm kind of like, damn it, I kind of want to get that, right? But I'm not doing the Harley Quinn and the Poison Ivy and there's just too many. So I don't know. I think if it wasn't a slice of life with a romantic take in it, then I would have dropped it. Okay. I mean, I'm digging that. I'm liking the slice of life. I'm really, really digging the Batgirl Nightwing romance. I just think it's a foundational pillar, I think, to Nightwing. And if it wasn't there, I think this book would be a little more, it wouldn't be as fluid, for sure, in my opinion. I'm trying to stall as much as I can to wait for Nate. So if you guys let's see what you guys have to say about the Night Terrors. John, I'm going to pick up the main Night Terrors book plus Superman. Any cool covers I like. Okay. I'm sadly going to clean my slate and come back to pre-orders soon. Not that comics are bad, but I got so much going on. Thank goodness for you guys. Thank you both very much for keeping us up to date, for sure. All right, we're gonna have to move on. Nate's got some stuff to take care of, so we're gonna keep going. Superboy issue number 3. No, just him too while we wait for him. I'm digging this run. I'm really having fun with this. I can't remember if this is a mini or if we're gonna have if this is a complete ongoing, but I don't know. This whole I just like seeing Connor doing his own thing. You know, he just I like it. I think it's a good time. I think this is one of these books that are being expanded outside of the Superman title where we're dealing with the super family. And it just works. It feels good. It feels genuine. And I thought issue 3 did a good job of continuing to move the plot. Yeah, and the cover is amazing. You're right, John. It's just a good issue. I will be interested to see where we go with it, but I was not anticipating picking up all these super family books, but this one has been really good, so I'm super stoked for it. I will read base books. I'm going to try to buy the Trinity first issues if I can get them whatever, but my shop will have them. I do want Zatanna book because it has Robot Man, Doom Patrol guy here. Gotcha. Oh, well, I might have to check that out. Knights of Terra in the summer. Bad marketing for DC. Hate all the books are being on hold, though. For this could be a Black Label event. I agree with you, Joe. I think me and Nate had a discussion about this off the show. You know, our DC books are being paused outside of what's it called? World's Finest and a handful of other books, right? And any of the other books that are kind of minis, essentially. So I just, and also I don't like the horror event you would assume would be in October, right? I don't know. It just feels weird. But I don't know. The Trinity, buying the Night Terror event and the Trinity is probably the best bet. I think that's a smart play. I might have to do that. Empire, what up? Nightwing's Pride cover was amazing. I really hope Superboy becomes an ongoing. I miss Nighty Connor Kent so much. I am right there with you. I think it would be really good. I think he deserves it, and I think the storyline is proving that he could. Right? I think the storyline is definitely proving that he could have his own ongoing for sure. Which was better, Hoxpox era or Dawn of DC Superman family books? Hoxpox. No, the super family stuff that we're doing right now has been really fun, and it has lit a new fire for me for Superman, because for a minute there I was kind of like, I don't know, like, you know, I was digging Tom Taylor's John run, but then they ended it, right? And Philip Kennedy Johnson's Superman was okay. Like it was kind of floundering for me. But with this whole Dawn, it is definitely relaunched to something really fun. But I would have to say Hoxpox for me would be better at the moment. Why aren't they doing Night Terrors in October? I didn't understand the logic in this show. I don't either. The only thing I can think of is that this thing is going to monumentally shift the DC comic book universe. That would be my only thought to why Night Terrors is happening in the summer, because it feels so forced, and it almost feels like they're like, you know what, we just want to get to this part now. We don't want to wait until October, so let's just launch this in the summer. Again, that's all conjecture, that's all speculation, so I can't really speak to that. But Superboy was good. I thought Superboy was really good. So
me too.
Yeah. Let me get you back.
Oh, shit. Who knows?
Okay, I'll head back on here. So if you want to pop back up, my favorite is when Superboy is with Young Justice. Nostalgia plays a big part in that. I won't lie. When I saw the slate of super books, I was like, wow, what the hell are we going to tell them that many Superman stories? But so far, I'm eating, 100%. Mm-hmm. It's been really good. Yeah. What did you think about this?
I liked it. I thought a lot of my apprehensions from the second issue were
put to bed.
Yeah. So, I'm very interested to see. I love that we're getting Green Lanterns involved. I think that's really
Yeah.
If we could have one member of the super family that's consistently in space, I think that would be killer. I know this is only a 6-part mini, but if we could, say, hey, it sold so great, we're gonna keep it going, then I think that would be really cool.
Did I tell you what I named my my new green Bronco?
You did not.
Joe.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Joe.
Joe.
Well, I thought you'd like that.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Superman issue number 5 from Williamson and
This is
Campbell.
my third pick of the week.
I would agree with you.
That's the gas. Pick of the week.
No, the only negative thing I have to say about this book is when's the art gonna change and when are you gonna break my heart? Like when,
Right.
like
Hopefully never.
hopefully never. But this was really good, and Joe the Bronco. That's right. But it's J-O, just Joe, right?
Okay.
Who would have thought that I would enjoy so much of Superman's little Daily Planet sidekick there? What's his name? Jimmy Olsen?
Yeah.
Yo, dude swings. Like he is swinging a bat right now, dude. Like I thought his involvement in the book was essential.
It was, yeah, for sure.
So anyway, I thought it was a good book. I like they're doing over at Marvel. We're bringing back rogue gallery characters and enemies that we wouldn't necessarily know too much about, and making them relevant and making new readers go, I want to know more. And Williamson, I think, is doing a really good job and taking a play out of what's going on over at Marvel with McKay and Stephanie Phillips and everybody else over there. Just having fun. I think that's the biggest thing, is this book is having fun, and we're not, it's moving weight around, right? But at the same time, it's just fun. It's the silly goose time, and I think Superman is achieving both.
Yeah. I especially enjoyed the little Golden Age feel explanation for why he lost his hearing. Her Banshee scream just knocked out his super hearing, but his regular hearing was just fine.
Right.
So he was able to go to a concert and hear the music like normal without actually hearing the other people and stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, and then
then
the ending was
the surprise ending. I think is what got everyone, right? Like, not what they were expecting at all. And so,
but is it a red herring or is it real?
I don't think it's a red herring. I think he will either die in the Night Terrors, or I think Night Terrors will resolve that.
I'm so sick of Night Terrors. It hasn't even started, and I'm just
I know.
like, don't give a fuck.
I think Night Terrors will resolve it. And let me tell you why. Wait.
While you're figuring that out,
Okay.
hey, we were taking a break from this book, but in the plus side, my DC books are cut in half now for a few months. Time to catch up on some trades, or pick up some more independent books. What was the one that we read last week? That's Rogue, the Transformer one.
I don't know.
Rogue.
It starts with a V.
That one, the Kirkman book. Go pick that up.
You have to send it to him.
I am. Never mind. I'm sorry, Joe. John, I agree on the pick. The cliffhanger was genius. We have to wait until Night Terrors to see what happens next. I buy at least 2 copies of this book for different covers. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm letting you know now that Night Terrors is when this is getting resolved. We just got. So let's do a quick send off for the Superman book, the Joshua Williamson and Jamal Campbell penned book. We loved you. You were great for 5 issues. The solicitations for issue 6 are officially out. Jamal Campbell is not the artist.
Get out of here.
And we know that for sure, whatever conclusion that's going to happen for Lex is going to get solved in Night Terrors, not in this book.
I don't like this.
That whatever that problem is will be resolved by the time we come back here with Superman 6. So if you think that Night Terrors is nothing, it probably is, but they're gonna shoehorn it in there anyway. So there you go. And this is literally must have just been uploaded to League within 2 days, because I just looked on Friday and this wasn't there.
He's doing the cover for issue 6, but he's not.
He's doing the cover, but he's not doing the interiors.
Who is this guy?
Oh, well, Gleb Melikoff is pretty good. He did a lot of the issues that we liked.
The what? The Robin issues?
Robin issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a good artist. It's
Okay.
not but it's not Jamal Campbell.
That's. I'm not.
Yeah, and the well, I don't want to read the synopsis because it's too much of a spoiler. But
Okay, all right.
just go ahead and I will go ahead and spoil it and tell you now. It is not being resolved, and it will already be resolved by the time we get to issue 6 in September.
Well, and who was it? Joe or John? Someone said that they're picking up the Trinity Night Terror books and the main volume, which I kind of like that idea. So Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I'll think about it. That might be fun. All right, let's talk about Titans issue number 2.
All you motherfuckers, chill out. It's okay. All these Tom Taylor getting all these death threats for killing Flash, and he was like, "Just read the second issue, man. My God, just chill out."
But overall, I it was okay. I'm not
Sure.
It was fine. It's not in the territory I'm dropping it, but it wasn't it didn't move the needle terribly either way. It was just kind of B.
See, I would probably give it like a B plus for me.
Okay.
Anytime you position a religious institution as a villain, which they are, in a comic book, then I get excited. I found that part particularly intriguing from this issue. So I'm looking forward to more of this Church of Brother Blood banana stuff, and the fact that they got Gorp or Garth or Glovich or whatever that other Titan's name is.
Oh yeah.
His name, the swimmy boy. Is that his name, Gorp?
I don't know, but there needs to be a hero named Gorp.
It's not Garth because that's the animal kid, right? Is his name Garth?
Yeah.
No, he's
Gerp or
Rupert or something. I don't know. there are Titans fans literally screaming.
She's like, "What are you doing? Shut up!"
Anyway, I thought it was a good issue. I was happy with it.
No, by no means was it bad. I just was.
And plus, whenever you get a refreshing new, never like Death in the Family, I just always draws me into a book. No one's ever seen that on a DC book.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about our last book of the night, and that was Wonder Woman issue 800, an extra size spectacular. Did you read this?
I read Tom Taylor's or Tom.
Okay. Okay, cool. So the first part was obviously like the conclusion to the current Wonder Woman run, but Animal Kid. And I will say it kind of fell in line. I didn't read any of the Wonder Woman run that this is concluding to, but I will say the way it read, it almost felt like, and again, tell me if I'm wrong, and please tell me if I'm wrong, but that notion that we talked about how runs end sometimes kind of feels kind of mailed in. That kind of felt like that. And again, I have no basis to say that because I've not read the run.
Right.
But when I read it, I was like, it just felt like an underwhelming conclusion. Like, and Wonder Woman's off to do the next thing. Yay. And I know that's comics, right? That's just comics. Yeah. But it didn't happen in Hickman's stuff. Like, it was just like, and this is the new reality. Suck it, hoes.
I'm telling you, I'm not telling you the truth. I did. I did read all of this.
Okay.
Sorry.
And now, that being said, I thought it was fun. I liked that part of the book. And then when we got into Tom King's thing, I'm like, oh, here we go. You know, like, because when I started reading it and you saw Batman, I was like, why is he dressed that way? Like, it doesn't Damian dress that way?
Oh, God.
And then,
I know someone's going to hate me for this, but it's the most goddamn Batman suit you've ever seen.
You don't like it?
Just no.
Okay.
I know we've seen it before in the past, but it's awful.
Right. Okay, that's fine. But
Ugh.
initially, when I started reading it, I was like, wait, what's going on? And then he says Jonathan, and I was like, oh, this is sick as shit.
Yeah.
This is fucking cool. And then Lizzie shows up, and it's the daughter, and you're like, and then as you're reading it, she's got a black fucking lasso, and you're like, what is this? I don't know. I think, and I know that there are probably people in our community, and that's fine, that are not excited about Tom King's Wonder Woman 1 and Wonder Woman 1, Wonder Woman's Run. But I will say that there were aspects of this little teaser that reminded me of why we got into comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
With an idea that's so compelling because it's out of the norm of the character, and we're kind of writing our own new rules, but they feel so good and genuine that you're into it, because there have been other writers that do that kind of thing and you're like, that's kind of stupid, you know, like, and that's a stupid thing to say about comics, but I'm just saying, like, there have been times like the Guardian thing right now, we're both of us going like, what the fuck is going on, right? And in this, you go, oh shit, what the fuck's going on, right? Like, the tone in which you say that seems so much different.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely excited for it. I loved them teasing the Trinity is back. The new Trinity, and Wonder Woman's daughter is the lead of the Justice League. I'm kind of like, oh, I'm hyped. I am hyped. I know diddly squat about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. This did enough for me to pick up his first issue, so that's kind of the point, right? Is to get people excited about the new issue, and this was enough. I also do want to say that some of the art in the first part of this book was really good. Like, I need to figure out who it was, but whoever did the art with the Amazonian one with Wonder Girl, is that right?
Yeah.
That art was fantastic. And then the story with her and Bruce, I got a little choked up, man.
Yeah, dude.
Damn. All right. And then, like, that panel, that's this panel of him being juxtaposed by a goddamn crying actual bat. I was like, fuck, y'all dirty. Y'all doing him real dirty.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Here you go.
I'm glad I did get this cover. Just, I was like, if I'm buying this book that I don't actually really care about, I'll buy the spec cover just for the hell of it, just to see if something happens with it. It's her
Joe,
first appearance and first cover, so.
Black Lasso, Donny Cates writing Wonder Woman, LOL. Yeah, like it had that feel. So this is in Empire. I think you're the one that I want your take on it, because you've been vocal about it, and I want to know. The Trinity dialogue was god awful. Prime example of a 40-year-old man writing a female character badly. See, like, I want more of that. I want to know, because I know that there is a genuine thoughts like that about Tom King. So I want to hear that. So please give us more, because I want to know. I want to understand, and not because I'm a opponent of it. I want to know. Like, that's the whole point of our show, is to drive the dialogue and to have a conversation, because I am writing in the dark at the moment with this kind of stuff, because we're still pretty novice when it comes to this. On the face of Wonder Woman 800 thing was in the same vein as Captain Marvel 50, and I like the honoring the run and the character in both, but Wonder Woman needed something like Carol and Wanda's meetings. Oh yeah, I agree with that. Although every line was overly and unnecessary snarky, I thought it stood out in a bad way. Interesting. See, I don't know. Like when I was reading that, I was like, oh, cool. Like the band's getting back together, but with the kids. Like that sounds kick ass. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But the Black Lasso thing was cool. Do we know who the guy was in the jail cell, or is that?
I don't know who it was, but it could be that there's y'all out there know better than us. So.
Anybody in chat, let us know who was the guy in the jail cell at the end. I need to go get that cover. I think if I can find it. I mean, I'm sure it's sold out now. But I liked the John and Damien. I liked how I found out about it, right? Like, because when you just look at it, you're like, why is he dressed that way? And then you actually read it and you're like, oh shit, this is Damien and Jonathan. Like, this is John. It's kick ass. So I don't know. That was me. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for episode 137 or issue 137 of Two Fat Guys Pull List. Thanks for watching, everyone. We appreciate everyone that watched this live, and we appreciate every single one of you that is watching this as a past episode. And we definitely know that there are more of you watching it as past episodes because our numbers are going up, and that is kick ass. So thank you to everyone that is watching this show as a past episode. We love that, and obviously we love everyone that's here that's watching live. We will see you guys this Tuesday for another new Comic Book Day video, which, again, I don't think I said this, but it's a pretty small week. I'm looking at it right now, and I have a book that I'm not even picking up that's still on my pull. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 books next week. So, and we got that She-Hulk coming up. Get the She-Hulk show cover next week. Let me look at it. I don't even know. Oh, yeah.
Let me look that up. Joe says no tenements. Bummer. Joe, that's the Bone Orchard book, right? So that is the tie-in to. Got it around here somewhere. Did you read the first 2 books? Like how integral? It is? I've only read the first one and was not super blown away. The Lightship one. So, but if I need to pick it up, I'll go pick it up. You know how I am about Jeff Lemire and horror, so if I need to go get it, I just didn't get it because I wasn't blown away by the first volume, and I haven't read the second volume.
Also, by the way, I think we're getting more She-Hulk. Rainbow put on Twitter that she was like sketching out stuff that she was sending to the artist for upcoming issues. So I think we're good for a little bit longer, hopefully. Anyway, thank you, Christian. What up? But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys this Tuesday for a new Comic Book Day video, and then we'll be live again next Sunday to talk about the 7 or 8 books that we have. Did you drop ASM? I'm picking up the next issue. I'm still picking it up. Are you done?
No, I'm not. I didn't pick up the last issue.
So you're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said I'd pick up the wedding issue. I'll pick that one up.
Okay. Joe says it doesn't connect with anything yet. I haven't read any Bone Orchard, and I loved it.
Oh, okay.
Off topic, but you got a new vehicle. I'm super curious to how do cars and stuff keep in Texas. No worries about rust. No.
No, we're not. Where we're at, we're not close enough to the that.
Close enough to the what? You broke up.
Close enough to the coast.
Oh yeah. No, we are. We're
well,
deep.
The thing that we have to worry about the most is hail and tornadoes.
Mm-hmm. Good old tornadoes.
This boy here, he done got himself 2-car garage. So he ain't got to worry about nothing.
I ain't got to worry about shit. I'll put it in the garage. You know, you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't put fun noodles on my car when hail comes in the swimming pool noodles. But yeah, no, I got a new Bronco. Pretty excited about it. But we had to upgrade the cars because Nate already knows this, but we are expecting our 3rd kiddo. So the family. Are you okay over there?
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, I heard you go, oh. So.
Oh, no. I said, "Holy shit!" to your 3rd kid.
Okay, I thought something else happened. Yeah. So yeah, we're having a 3rd kiddo. So had to beef up the ride. So I'm super excited about it. Patty, I'm so jealous. A 1958 and so much rust to deal with. Oh dang, so close down. But yeah, we are. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. What new number one independent book y'all looking forward to the most? That would be, I mean, I think for me it's Void Rivals, but is that technically independent? I guess it is. No, and I guess it is because we're getting new canon, right? Like new characters. I don't think they can hear me. New canon. I don't know. Let me look at my pool because I don't feel like I've got a lot of new independents that I don't know of. You know what I mean? Like Grimm's not new, but it's fantastic. Here, let me put this on the screen so you guys can at least see it because these are my pools.
Yeah, do that. Put it on. Do your thing because I'm looking for something. Y'all are talking.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the Bone Orchards book that Joe was telling me about. That first one that I have.
You know, this Ancient Enemies has been fun, but what about you? I don't know. I'm picking up finishes. No, I'm talking to chat, dude. I'm not talking to you. Thank you, everybody, for the congratulations. Sick, good stuff. Broncos are a good choice, in my mechanical opinion, but for safety. But I'm not a real mechanic. I mean, I've heard good things about them, and I drove it around town all day today, and I had so much fun. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's one thing that we're kind of lacking right now. I need to get on League right here, and I need to really like take a day after work and just like dive into independence because I feel like we've kind of fallen off track on that. But I don't know if there's been a lot of things being released outside of what we're already reading, like Nothing's Killing the Children.
What's the question?
Something's killing the children. The question was, what new number one on an independent book are y'all looking forward to the most?
Oh, let me scroll. Grimm's starting back up. I know it's not a new number one, but good time, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Swan Songs. James, I forgot to tell you about this one.
Who does that?
Swan Songs. This is W. Maxwell Prince, but the artist is Martin Simmons.
What?
Department of Truth. So this is W. Maxwell Prince, the guy that did King of Nowhere and Ice Cream Man.
Uh-huh.
He has a new anthology coming out, and Martin Simmons is the first artist on
Is that this week?
No, that is July 5th.
July 5th. That's right. July is like right around the corner. What the frick? We just started June.
What the frick, man?
I don't know.
So this is going to be an anthology. So it's a new artist with him. Okay. So he's filling in for whatever his name is, the guy that did Silver Coin, I guess till he gets his shit back together.
Okay.
But
yeah, he had a baby.
Yeah, he had a baby. The second artist is Casper Windegaard. He's the guy that was from Homesick Pilots. And then the third one is Felipe Andrade, who was the artist for the Many Deaths of Layla Starr.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's one. That's a big one for sure. But yeah, let's see. Grimm, yeah, I said that. Oh, here's another one. So this is a perfect time for me to just get this all out there then.
All right, sounds good.
Fish Flies #1 is a new Jeff Lemire, and it looks really good as well.
What month or what week?
July 12th.
From what's the publisher?
Image. Fish Flies. I'll just go ahead and read it to you.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. When a brutal and violent crime puts the life of an innocent teenage boy in the balance, it sets off a chain of events in bucolic Bell River, Ontario. Oh, hey, Patty. That will permanently change the residents' lives forever. And as the manhunt heats up, a lonely girl named Franny Fox will form an unlikely friendship with a fugitive that leads them on an odyssey of discovery and redemption. Yeah, I was like, peach cover and a new #1 by Jeff Lemire, who might as well.
Yeah, you got to do the peach.
So there's two right there. I'm interested in the new Hawk Girl book. I know nothing about Hawk Girl or Hawk Man, boy, dude.
Hawkman, not Hawkboy.
Well, the Hawks. I know nothing about the Hawks. Okay,
It's Hawkman.
I just don't know anything
I don't
about.
think there's
them.
a Hawkboy. I don't think.
I know that she heals people apparently because that's what my daughter's book says.
Okay.
This is Hawk Girl. She can heal her friends. That's all I know. Let's see.
This is Hot Girl. She can heal her friends.
Yay.
Oh, new
I don't think
Tinian
they
this
have
week.
anything out.
Pedestrian. Oh, that's right. Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. Dark Horse. I know I pre-ordered that.
You guys are gonna totally hate me. I read that book like a year and a half ago.
Oh no.
And then the guy was like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry, but like I wasn't supposed to give those out. I gave it out too early, as of like for covering it." He's like, "So you can't cover it, but I appreciate you reading it." I was like, "Oh, okay, man. Yeah, no worries." So we were never able to put it on the show.
Well, I know I'm picking it up.
Is that Tinian or is that
Tinian's? Oh, it says creator. Writer is Tate.
Tate Bromwell? Yeah. Because it was Tate.
I love this
I don't-
cover. So you're not. So what? So tell us. I guess like, not good.
I don't think I'm picking it up.
Oh.
I might pick it up, but for the first issue was just kind of.
Oh.
I have no idea why Tinian's name is tied to it. I can't remember why. I think it's like, oh, Tinian had the idea and then he gave it to Tate to write, which is cool, but like it's not the same as it being a Tinian book, you know. And again, this is coming from someone who is a Tate Bromwell fan. Do you remember the last thing he wrote that you liked?
No.
It was the ones with the giants in it, and the Dick Robles was doing the art.
Oh, Big Girls.
No. The little girl and the cop, and the little girl's a monster.
Behold Behemoth.
Yes, Behold Behemoth. He was the writer of that.
Okay.
He also has written he wrote the 2 good arcs of House of Slaughter.
Well, then why are you shit talking this book?
Wait, I'm not shit talking this book. I'm just saying I don't
Why do you hate
remember
him?
anything about the book that to make me want to pick it
Why
back
do you
up.
hate? Why do you hate the writer?
Why
do you hate comics?
I got hate in my heart. And
I hate my heart like hail in a hailstorm. I think we need to sign off. But thanks, guys, everybody. But there's a little bit of insight, right? There's a little insight of what we're picking up here soon.
That's kind of how we operate around here.
A little bit. Why are we talking like that? Can we stop? All right. We'll see you guys this Tuesday, and we appreciate everybody that's watching this live and everybody that's watching this as a past episode. And again, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and please smash that like button so we can get them likes up and get further into the algorithms. That's all I have to say. Be kind to one another and read more comics. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.